Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, forget real dinosaurs. Every beast you see is genetically engineered, hybrids, mutants, freaks of science. Today, I'm breaking down every single one of them. And here's where it gets even stranger. Dinosaurs aren't just resurrected, they're stitched together, a Frankenstein's monster of DNA. Let me tell you, Dr. Wu wasn't messing around. He took scraps of fossilized DNA, sometimes incomplete, and mixed it with frogs, birds, reptiles, and even cephalopods. According to me, that's what makes these hybrids so unnerved. They're bigger, smarter, and deadlier than nature ever intended. And here's the kicker. Hybrids were made for entertainment, for profit, and sometimes for military purposes. You know what's crazy? Not all of these creatures are designed. Some are mutants, lab mistakes gone horrifyingly right. These are the ones that aren't meant to exist. You could call them aberrations, and trust me, you don't want to meet one. Spinosaurus. Now, if we're talking hybrids, we've got to start with a legend. The Spinosaurus, remember Jurassic Park 3? This beast ruled Isla Sorna, and let me tell you, it terrified everyone. What's wild is that what you saw on screen isn't exactly how it looked in real life. Semi-aquatic, smaller than TT Rex with longer arms, shorter legs, and a tail shaped like a paddle. It's like nature tried to make a dinosaur, then forgot a few things. Some fans, including me, believe it wasn't pure Spinosaurus at all. The size, the sheer ferocity, the way it moved, it screams hybrid. People speculate there's T-Rex DNA, maybe a hint of baryonyx. That mix would explain why it looks almost unreal, like a creature pulled straight from a nightmare. And honestly, watching it chase prey across the riverbank, I felt my heart in my throat. What would you have done if that Tianung appeared in front of you? Scorpius Rex. So then now hold on to your seat because this one is insane. The Scorpius Rex. If you thought Jurassic Park 3's Spinosaurus was wild, this little nightmare takes it to a whole new level. First appearing in Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, it's official canon, so yes, it counts. Dr. Henry Wu created this hybrid as one of his first experiments for Jurassic World. Its DNA is a mad cocktail, T-Rex for the raw power, Velociraptor for cunning, Carnotaurus for strength, tree frog for some weird survival tricks, and scorpion fish, yep, venomous spines. That's actually where its name comes from. And let me tell you, this thing isn't just a lab exhibit, it's a killer on the loose. Stored cryogenically because it was way too dangerous, it escapes after the park collapses, tearing through everything, Brachiosaurus included. What's crazy, it's not just strong, it's smart. Medium-sized but with extendable jaws, venomous spines on elbows, tail, and neck, opposable thumbs, climbing skills, infrared vision, the list goes on. Strongly reproduces via parthenogenesis, territorial doesn't even begin to cover it. Watching it stalk other dinosaurs, you feel every predator instinct kicks in, and when the visitor center finally collapses, so does it. Tragically spectacular. Indominus Rex. And just when you thought things couldn't get any worse, enter the Indominus Rex. Now this was the hybrid built for headlines, for chaos, for sheer terror. Jurassic World wanted a showstopper, and Wu delivered something straight out of a nightmare. Bigger, deadlier, smarter. The DNA cocktail is insane. T-Rex base for raw power, Velociraptor for intelligence and strategy, snakes for infrared vision and jaw mechanics, cuttlefish for camo via chromatophores, tree frogs for thermoregulation, abelisaurids like Carnotaurus, and Mayungasaurus for muscle and bulk, prehistoric crocs for teeth and jaw force, Therizinosaurus for claws, and even Giganotosaurus to upsize the whole thing. I mean, it's a Frankendino on steroids. Behavior isolation made it a monster. It's aggressive, devours other dinosaurs to assert dominance, and has this terrifying ability to camouflage itself, making the park feel like a minefield. It even communicates with velociraptors, tricking them into helping it. Chaos follows wherever it goes, destroying enclosures, hunting everything in sight. The finale, it's a cinematic crescendo, Blue, the T-Rex, and the Mosasaurus teaming up to finally bring it down. Watching it go toe-to-toe with Blue, goosebumps. You'd have no chance in that situation. What would you do if something like this broke out right in front of you? Indoraptor. And now this one's pure nightmare fuel, the Indoraptor. Let me tell you, if you thought the Indominus was scary, this military prototype takes it to another level. Created mainly from Velociraptor DNA, it was meant for combat, fast, smart, and lethal. Wu used Blue's DNA as a behavior template, so this thing is trained to be strategic, cunning, basically a predator with a brain. Things go sideways during an illegal auction at the Lockwood Mansion on June 24th, 2018. The Indoraptor Indoraptor escapes and starts killing humans like it's a predator show. And the feature's insane. Thick skin that can resist bullets, intelligence to fake unconsciousness, and hunting tactics that make it almost impossible to track. The climax, a brutal fight on the mansion roof with Blue. It's tense and chaotic. Every move feels life or death, and then bam, impaled on Ankylosaurus horns. Watching it fall is terrifying and tragic all at once. Honestly, would you even try to approach something like that? I wouldn't. Spinoceratops, and here's a hybrid that's a bit more subtle. Spinoceratops only shows up in Camp Cretaceous, and it's fascinating. A mix of Sinoceratops and Spinosaurus, this omnivore munches plants, but occasionally goes after fish. Unlike the big chaos makers, it's not Wu's creation, it's Manticorp's experiment. There are two specimens, Rebel and Angel, with this crazy adaptive trait, temperature regulation. They can handle multiple climates, which is kind of impressive. You don't see them tearing through crowds, but they add some real flavor to the hybrid roster. Now let's get into some what ifs. These hybrids are in the franchise media, but not technically canon. Fans have seen crazy stuff here. Oligoceratops, a mix of Stegosaurus and Dilophosaurus, is a velociraptor craft script. Then there are Carnoraptor, Espinoraptor, and Dilophosaurus are velociraptor DNA fused with Carnotaurus, Spinosaurus, or Dilophosaurus. And even video games go wild. Indominus Rex level 40, fully grown red and white variant, totally over the top. They pop up in Lego Jurassic World shorts, toys, and video games. They're fun, over-the-top creations, showing how far the idea of hybrid dinosaurs has stretched beyond the film. Mutants. And now, let's dive into the truly chaotic side of Jurassic genetics, the mutants. Isla San Hubert was like Wu's secret vault of nightmares, a hidden lab full of experiments that went wrong, dangerous hybrids nobody was supposed to see, and ridiculously expensive specimens. Things go off the rails when DX, the Distortus Rex, escapes during a system failure. It tears through the facility like it owns the place, but even beyond DX, the lab's filled with mutations that are weird and terrifying. Quetzalcoatl's with tiny skin, fin, and crest changes. Red Compsognathus, yellow striped T-Rex, and yes, two-headed Triceratops and Raptors. You look at them and think, how did this even happen? Pure genetic chaos. Mutadon. This one's a predator that you don't forget. The Mutadon was a failed raptor experiment that mutated with huge pterosaur-like wings, making it deadly both on land and in the air. Imagine something that stalks you like a raptor, but then takes off with terrifying aerial strikes. It's got a bird-like beak, a huge neck bush, and aggression levels through the roof. Only 2 of these creatures survived, the rest were horrific malformations. And yes, they don't just hunt anything, their favorite meal, other raptors. Talk about survival of the fittest turned completely insane. Distortus Rex DX. And here comes the star of genetic nightmares, DX. This wasn't your regular T-Rex clone gone wrong. This was a catastrophic mutation that redefined terrifying. The skull, grotesque. Limbs, 6 in total, 4 front, 2 back. Its movement like a gorilla's, oddly unsettling. Height, about 8 meters, heavier than a normal T-Rex. DX is unstable, utterly destructive, and obliterates the San Hubert lab in a single rampage. But it doesn't stop there. It keeps growing, surviving, and then 17 years later crosses paths with the protagonist in Jurassic World Rebirth. I mean, can you imagine meeting that beast after nearly 2 decades? Goosebumps just thinking about it. Doomsday Rex non-canon. And here's a what could have been that will blow your mind. The Doomsday Rex was a conceptual mutant from the early 2000s designed for the Jurassic Park, the Lost World animated series, but it never actually made it on screen. Imagine a T-Rex with 3 heads, tentacles, claws, and a spiked back. The design evolved into something monstrous. 40 meters tall, 2 fully functional heads, 6 limbs, a terrifying silhouette that screams genetic chaos. You can almost see the inspiration for Distortus Rex here. The same obsession obsession with creating something bigger, scarier, and completely uncontainable. It's the ultimate what if of Jurassic genetics, and honestly, just picturing it stomping through the jungle gives me chill. Like, these hybrids and mutants show the extremes of Jurassic genetic engineering. From clever, deadly predators to uncontrollable abominations, they define the franchise's thrill and horror. Which hybrid or mutant is your favorite? Comment below, subscribe, and stay tuned for more deep dives into Jurassic World.